Okay. So I will take my 3. I'm blue. So I'm going to put my clouds like so. Just spread them out. She's going to spread them out more. Oh.
And I'm not going to play anything this round.
Okay, I'm not either. Alright, so movement. Oh, we forgot.
Oh, yeah.
So the phenomena card is to, at the start of your opponent's movement, spin the Windvane. If it stops within 45 degrees of your home direction, remove 1 level from one of their systems. So I'm the Westerlies, so on my movement, Laurie gets to spin this. And if she got close to the E, then she could do it, which she did not. And then for her movement...
You want me to hold it?
I got it, thanks. I'm close, but too far. It has to be within 45 degrees of the W. So, ineffective for both of us. Alright, so we each draw a card. Maybe I'll throw that out there. And then, new turn. New round. Oh, and so I get 1 point from my front, being 3 systems wide. The goal is to get 30 points. Alright, so I will follow that up with those 3 there.
Don't stay there.
I'm going to play 2 cards.
I'm playing 1 card.
Alright, we reveal them. Alright, so Laura has an immediate, I have an immediate and a movement. So she plays her first immediate.
So I add 3 levels and 3 different spaces between longitude 140 to 1 to 40 or on adjacent to existing systems.
So 140 is this way, 40 is here, so basically between here. Oh, so that does a nice job of completing her system and giving her a strong front. Alright, and then I've got Sunburst, so all that hard work. I get to remove a total of 2 levels from any of my opponent's clouds, but storms are immune. So I'm just going to ruin her nice work like that.
Yeah, you are.
And then, so that's the end of that. I've got Wacky Windvane. So this is a crazy little card so that during movement, all clouds, all systems move in that direction instead of the normal. So let's see where they're going to go. They're going to go northeast. So that's beneficial to me.
Yes, it is.
All right. But first, we need to reveal the phenomena. Stalemate. Equal level systems involved in a clash do not lose. Levels remain in place along with the systems. So that probably won't really affect it this turn. All right, so movement. So this, because it's in the starting line, goes 2. So, and it goes northeast instead of its usual direction. This, same thing. I'm going to choose to merge the systems, and that halts any further movement. I'm going to do the same with these, and then this one has to move, so, but it only goes 1 because it's not in the starting line.
So I'm gonna need help.
Sure.
So 1, 2.
So just 1 because it's not in the starting line.
1.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
These can't
So
go.
this can't go east, but it can go north.
2.
2 because of the starting line.
I'll combine 10.
Okay.
So that stops that.
Yep.
Then 1.
Yep.
Then can't anymore.
So this just goes east 1.
East 1.
And then that can't go anywhere. Alright. Alright. We each draw a card. Now, for scoring, I still end up having a system that's a front that's 3 systems wide. So I get another point for that. And Laurie would have, but I broke up her front with my Sunburst. Alright, this time I'm going to do things a little different. There's a little opening. I'm going to stack all 3 on one spot.
Stack 1 there.
Nice. That'll be good.
And I might regret this, but I don't have any cards to play.
Alright, well, just for funsies, I'm going to play this one card.
Okay.
Which is another Wacky Windvane.
Great.
The good news is that's all the Wacky Windvanes that this game can have now.
Yeah.
Because there's only 2 of them. You want to go ahead and give it a spin?
Yeah.
Oh, and that one, we're
Oh,
dead
heavy.
against me. We're going west. It's because I let Laurie spin. I should probably respin it. Just kidding. Alright, so we're going to reveal our Phenomena card for the round. Clear the air. We've seen this before. I promise there are more cards. So my movement first, so Laurie gets to spin it. And she got within her range. So she actually gets to pick 1 level of my clouds and remove it. Alright, and then my movement. Which they're all going west, so that's sad. And he can't move at all. Alright, now it's Laurie's movement, so now I get to spin this and see. And I did not get close to the W, so.
Still 1, I think.
Yeah, it's still 1. For you, this is just like a normal movement now.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So Laurie's got a strong front going. So I get a point for my front, and she gets a point for her front. Even though it's 5 systems wide, it's still only worth 1 point.
And then I'm discarding a card because I have 5 cards in my hand. You can only have 4 at a time.
Yep. I did not draw a card. So you drew?
Yeah,
one?
I drew
Okay.
and that gave me 5, so.
Alright, well, I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to put 2 down, and that creates a storm, which has many benefits. And I'll just put an extra one here because of her level 4 system.
Okay, put all 3 there.
Okay, so what? I'm not playing cards.
My card is Wind Shear. Target cloud moves up or down in longitude during movement phase instead of forward. So I'm going to target your cloud.
Okay.
And it's going to be you. And I'm just
Going
moving
north.
him away.
Okay. All right, and then the Phenomena card, we have Fleeting Winds. So you may choose 1 system during your movement phase and move it an extra square. All right, and then so it's my movement. So that goes 2, that goes 1. They merge. They do that. They do that. And I guess I'm gonna do Fleeting Winds on this guy
No.
because I want to keep that front. So normally he would go 2, but with Fleeting Winds he goes 3 then.
Okay. Fleeting Winds. Right?
Yeah, that's good. Just 1 though.
Oh, it's not Fleeting Winds.
It's just for 1
only
system.
1.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want it for that one.
Oh.
I want it for this guy.
Oh.
And he entered the front lines.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so since Laurie entered the front line, she gets to draw an extra card. So I get to draw 1, but she gets to draw 2. So that's nice. She still gets a point for a front long enough, and I get a point also. So right now I'm leading 4-2. Oh, but I also have a storm. And I get a point for having a storm.
Wow,
5 to
wow, wow.
Get better just stack up tall there.
Okay, I'm just playing 1 card.
Okay, me too. I've got Vaporize.
I have Force of Nature.
Okay, so I've got I've got the immediate, so I get to use that first. Vaporize just takes 1 level from the starting line specifically. And then Force of Nature.
Force of Nature. When your system wins in a clash, move forward 1 space if occupied. Clash again. We just keep clashing. I believe these two are going to clash.
Yeah, so we'll see how it works momentarily here. Okay, so we reveal our phenomena card. It's clear the air. I think that's going to be the last of those. You spin first. She got W. She needs E, so nothing happens. So I move. Alright, so here he goes 2, and I'm going to choose not to merge them so that it just moves forward. And then that moves forward. And then same thing here, I'm going to choose not to merge them so those two can move forward.
Okay.
Oh, and then let me spin.
Oh, sorry.
And I did not get it. Okay, so before, as you clash, I'm on the defensive end of this clash, so I'm going to use a special ability, which is to distribute the loss among clouds in a weather front. So she's on the offense coming at me, attacking this system. I can distribute it along any clouds that are touching in a connected weather front of this longitude. So she's got 4, so I'm just going to take 1 from here, 2 from there, so to negate 3 of her pieces, and then that moves forward into there. And now because of force of nature, when she clashed and she won that, she gets to move again into this space, and it removes 1 of my tiles. Theoretically, if Laurie had beaten this system also, she would move forward again. So when you have a really powerful system, it can be very nice to gain ground quickly. And I think that's it for the round, right?
Yeah.
And then she entered the front line again, so she gets an extra card. Oh, and also you get a point for your weather front. I get a point for my storm. Okay. Reveal. Alright, so I did a force of nature, and I got a freak weather also. What do you have?
I have a freak weather and a sunburst.
Alright, so a lot of immediates in play. So Laurie gets to play one of her immediates first.
So I'm going to play my sunburst, and it's remove a total of 2 levels from any of your opponent's clouds, but storms are immune. So I'm going to take this cloud, that's 1 level, but that's immune, and I'll go ahead and take this cloud.
Okay. That kind of ruins what I was going to do with freak weather, so I just have to choose something else. I was going to swap these 2 systems, but I guess I'll just do that to make it a little weaker.
Okay, and then my freak weather, I was going to do this.
Okay. And then, so force of nature, in case you didn't understand it completely, now you can see it have action again. Alright, so let's reveal our phenomena card. It's another clear the air. There are a lot of them. And she got a south, so no good. Alright, so movement 1, movement 1, movement 1, 2, 2, and 2.
And oh, because he's not okay. Yeah, so I still heard him.
Yeah, you heard him. And then because of my force of nature, he won that clash, so he moves forward.
Yeah. Does he clash again?
No, because it's an empty space.
Okay. And then 2.
And I think you need to move this guy.
And I do need to move that.
Now, okay, so that's the end of that. Now, this from Freak Weather had been placed in the front line, so it moved out of it, meaning I do not get to draw an extra card. However, thanks to Force of Nature, he did enter the front line, so I get to draw another one. And Laurie also entered here, so she gets to draw an extra card too. And then scoring wise, I lost my Storm, but I do have a front, so I get a point for that. All right, reveal. All right, I've got an immediate and a movement.
I have 2 movements.
Okay. All right, so I get to do my immediate bad forecast. I've been looking forward to this one. So add 3 levels in 3 different spaces between longitude -140 and -40 on or adjacent to existing systems. So it's a little complicated. But basically, it has to be within these bounds, and you have to have an existing system to put it next to it, and the 3 pieces have to be in different spots. So first, I'm going to put one there. Oh, but I cannot create storms with it. So that's a level 4, and it would become a level 5. I can't do that. So I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one on top, and then I'll just put it next to it. There.
This is rough.
You're telling me. But look how cloudy the nation is. All right. And then the rest of these shouldn't really mess up with each other. You want to explain what your cards do?
So all quiet on the front is any clouds entering the front line, which is this center line, are removed from the board. So that will hurt me, I think, for a few clouds, but hopefully it will hurt him more. And then my other card is strong winds. All the clouds are in my territory get to move 1 extra space.
And I cannot move into or through your territory.
Ah.
That's a very strong card. And then I have wind shear, so the target system moves up or down in latitude during movement phase instead of forward. And I'm going to choose my system here to move south. All right. So let's see our phenomena. Underdog. This is an interesting one. Systems levels 1 through 3 eliminate opposing systems precisely 2 levels higher. So if a level 1 system faces a level 3, then the level 3 just vanishes. No penalty to the level 1 system. Likewise for a level 2 or 3. So we'll see if it matters at all in this one. All right, so I need to move first. So starting north, south, back, forward. He moves into the front line. This moves 2, takes. I lose 2.
Which, sorry, if they move into the front line, they're gone.
Thank you. So this is elimination, like it just disappears. So that's sad. These systems cannot move because of her strong winds. This, because of wind shear, moves south and becomes a storm. This moves forward. It's 1 versus 2, so it's normal. 1 versus 1, that's a normal clash. Oh, I haven't been giving points for winning clashes.
Oh.
Normally you get 1 point if you win a clash on the offensive.
I think we've only clashed one other time, though. Maybe
I mean, there's been a few clashes.
Oh, there have.
But I can't remember how they played out.
We'll just start from now.
Yep. And then that moves up. Okay.
Okay. This clashes. Moves 2 but gets to move an extra space, except I don't want it to because this one's gonna move into the front line and be.
Oh yeah. Normal. This one would get to move 2 spaces. Oh, so you do want to merge it then, right? So it doesn't get eliminated.
Oh. Well, this one was here.
Yeah, so it gets to move 3.
And then 2, 3.
And then merge.
Merge.
And that saves the other 2 from going into the front line.
Oh, because it stops it.
Yeah, because when you merge, movement stops.
Okay, well, good. So that's there.
Yeah, that does save you.
That clashes.
Yeah. And that system would have moved 3, but because it clashed, movement stops.
And
and that unfortunately
goes.
So she can't. The thing about this game is that once you set your clouds in motion, you can't really control them. So by having the strong winds, it has to move that extra square. So it's not like she could have only chosen to move it once. She had to move it two, meaning it got into the front line and was eliminated. So pretty interesting, and that actually kind of lightened up the system. Yeah, the board. Yeah. Okay, I get 1 point for the storm. So from here out, if we win clashes, we'll score points for it.
Okay. Is this a storm right now?
It is, yeah. Okay. What are you trying to plan?
Yeah.
Draw one card. We had systems that entered the front line, technically, I guess, but they were eliminated. So at the end of the turn, they didn't exist. Therefore, they don't count towards that extra card. I don't think I want to play anything.
Okay. I have 2 cards. Vaporize, which is when I remove one tile from the front, or the front. What is this called?
From the starting line.
The starting line. And then I have another immediate, which is Clear Skies, which is remove a cloud from every system your opponent owns within your territory. So I wish there was more of you, but there's one of you, and I'm going to use
every bit helps, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
storms are immune, so even if he wasn't, I couldn't hurt his storm.
All right, so we've got Fleeting Winds. I had wondered if this was going to happen, so I should have actually played another card that I had, but oh well. So just going to do my movement. That moves 1. These 2 negate each other and vanish, so technically no one won that clash. Same for that. Sorry, it just moves 2. And then this moves 1. I think I'm not going to do Fleeting Winds there. So I will do Fleeting Winds on that one, so it enters the front line.
Okay. And then I'm going to do Fleeting Winds here.
Makes sense.
Except you could just kill me right away. But
we'll see, unless you get the right cards.
Yeah. So we both entered the front line.
Alright, so I'm taking advantage of a niche rule here that actually I use at least once every game, where if you only put one piece down on your starting line, then you can actually play 3 cards instead of up to 2 like normal.
So, you've got a plan that's gonna hurt me.
We'll see. Alright, good?
Alright, good.
Reveal. Alright, I have Sunburst, Force of Nature, and the dreaded Retracted Report.
Which, I only have 1 card.
Wow. So she's got Sunny Days, which means no systems will advance to the target longitude. So she would like put it in any of these columns, and no systems, hers or mine, could advance into that column. I have Retracted Report, which is after all cards are revealed, you choose one and discard it so it doesn't take effect. So naturally I'm canceling that card out. And then I have Sunburst, so it's kind of a gamble that I made, but I have to take one there or else she'll score against me. And then I'm just gonna take the other one there. And then I have Force of Nature, which we've seen before. Okay? I love you. Phenomena. Fleeting Winds. Okay. So my movement is going to be 1 there. So it's a 5 versus 2. Leaves me with 3. I won that clash, so I get a point since we remembered that. And then Force of Nature means he gets to move up 1. That, and then these two negate each other. Now I have to use my Fleeting Wind still. I can't use it on that because it clashed. So like its movement is done. There's nothing I can do about it. So it has to be like a card just technically during its movement. So I'll just pick this one. Yep. And so that worked out really well for me. Because my Force of Nature takes effect from winning that clash. I don't get a point because I was on the defensive side of that, but I do get to do Force of Nature and advance 1.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it can be very helpful there. So I got into her starting line. I subject that space to high pressure. I get 10 points immediately. That's the big ticket. And now she cannot spawn any new systems there. Likewise, if I move anything into there, it doesn't do anything. Any more systems that move in there will just be eliminated. And there's a card in the deck that can remove that. Okay. All right. Empty board. But you're a little closer than I'd like to my line. All right. Reveal. All right, I've got a movement and a movement. You've got a movement. All right, so we're all good. So I've played Strong Winds, gives my territory an extra movement and stops her from moving into it. I've got Sunny Days as a backup measure in case she had to retract a report. And so I was just going to declare it as... This is where I would have declared it, but I... actually, yes. Because I see that she has Wind Shear. She's planning to move me out of the way, which will still happen. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take Sunny Days, and I'm just going to stop you from moving any further.
Okay.
Thinking about that. So it's kind of interesting because like once you do the reveal, the strategy of your cards might change from what you thought when you put them down. Anyway, so this will just prevent any movement into this area. So that's Sunny Days, Strong Winds, and then what's your Wind Shear?
I'm moving your cloud over here.
Okay. And you still want to do that even though I've played Sunny Days, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. All right. So movement. So that goes 1. Oh. Attrition. During your movement phase, equal level systems involved in clashes only degrade 1 level. So if this 3 versus 3 actually fought each other normally, they would just become 2v, like 2 and 2 after this. These will end up clashing, but since they're both level 1, they're going to disappear anyway. Anyway, so movement, Wind Shear makes it move south. However, I have to do 2 because it's in the starting line, and I have Strong Winds, so it goes an extra square. So I don't know if you wanted to move me all the way to the equator.
I didn't want that, but oh well.
All right, and then your movement. And that can't.
And I can't move, so he's there.
Sunny Days disappears. We draw a card. All right, I'm gonna drop 2 to make that a storm, and put 1 guy down there to try and prevent that. But it's looking a little scary.
And I know I have that storm coming for me, but I might still do that.
Okay. I'm gonna play 1 card. I have the Perfect Storm. Target storm gains the Superstorm tile and eliminates any systems. Well, we'll worry about it when it comes to it, but it makes the storm cool.
Yeah.
It's a powerful card. All right. And then...
So my stationary front
Yeah.
is on your Superstorm, and you're going to just stay right where you're
Ah, so you're not actually putting it on my system, because that wouldn't stop it from advancing. So what you want is to put it in front of it.
But I can't do that. Oh, it's just on the square, though. It's not the whole longitude.
Right.
Because I don't want to stop my clouds. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's what I want, then. It's just holding you off.
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to put that to the side so we remember what it does, whatever. All right, and then movement, phenomena. Oh, I was afraid of that. Laurie gets a point on me. All right, so again, I would love nothing more than to be able to stop him right there, because that would stop her movement when she clashed. But I can't. It has to go too. So it has to go. It has to clash. She won it, but on a defense, so she doesn't get a point. And then he moves up 1.
Okay. 10, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2. Oh, whoops. And was this Fleeting Winds?
That's what you're doing Fleeting Winds on,
Yeah.
yeah.
2 and...
Thank you. And so she scores 10 points on me. Brings the score up to a much more even 19 versus 13. So I'm 6 points ahead. However, I do get a point for my storm. All right.
Okay.
Did you draw an extra card?
I did.
Okay. And stationary front goes away. All the barometric void cards are apparently at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not knocking on my front door anymore.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come for a visit.
All right.
Okay. Phenomena. Gale force winds. All clouds move an extra square during movement phase, which is kind of intimidating when I look at all her clouds, but it means I get to also.
Yeah.
So 3 and 3.
Oh, and I didn't do my sunburst.
Oh.
And it was going to be to remove
Yeah.
2 off here. Because storms are immune. Okay.
Poor
and
buddy
then-
cloud. All right, so this is where perfect storm comes into play. Since any level 1 or 2 systems that clash against the superstorm they just get eliminated. So I don't suffer any penalty. It just disappears.
Okay. So you start from the back and I go 1, 2.
Yeah. So do you merge? Because...
Well, you're going to get me kind of regardless, so I wonder if I should just let you kill me.
Right. Unless next turn you somehow, like a bad forecast, you'd be able to make that into a level 3.
So then I can merge it.
So that preserves you for another turn.
1, 2.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm not going to merge, so that...
So it goes 3,
3,
and then...
and then...
Sure, that makes sense. Get into the front line.
Did I move
I guess, yeah, you did.
Okay.
So he passed through the front line. Sure.
Okay. So I get an extra card.
Yep. I get a point for my storm.
It might hurt me more than you.
It better not be all quiet on the front. She smirks.
Okay,
Okay. I'm really worried.
it's all quiet on the front.
This marriage is over. Oh.
So all quiet on the front.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Is any clouds entering the front line this turn are removed from the board.
Which, would potentially destroy my Superstorm. But
He's gonna win shears.
I have Freak Weather.
Oh.
2 adjacent clouds of players choosing to swap places. I was actually going to do this anyway, just to avoid a fight. But what this means is that I'm not entering the front line.
Wow. So that did just hurt me pretty much. Wow.
That was scary. And then I have strong winds. So nothing will enter my territory. And we are on the last phenomena card, Wind Advisory. It's the same as what just happened with Gale Force Winds. However, this card does not go away. From this point on, all systems, all the time, will move an extra square. And it's always the last card in the phenomena pile for that reason. So this will really speed things up now. All right, so let's get some movement going. So strong winds plus wind advisory means that this actually goes it goes the normal 2 plus strong winds plus wind advisory.
And I have all quiet on the front, so he dies.
And so for that reason, when this gets here, I'm actually going to choose to merge it and halt movement. This one I can't do anything about, so they clash. And that's that. And then this one doesn't get strong winds because it's starting in the front line, but it does get wind advisory, so it moves 2.
And then your card makes it so I can't move within your territory.
Yes, that's right.
So
All quiet on the front for that
so
one.
I know.
Yep.
And then can't move that. 2, 3. I'm gonna merge so that it doesn't die. Can't move, but he's already in the
He's already in, so he's fine.
Do the same to merge.
So that worked out pretty well for you
so
then.
it didn't hurt me too bad.
Yeah. Thankfully you had those guys.
Yeah.
To merge and stop movement. That's what I really like, the merging mechanic.
Yeah.
Because it really gives you a choice and helps you kind of strategize.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a point for my storm.
I just don't know how much I should fight your storm. But maybe I should.
I mean, if I get that through, I win the game.
That's
so
true.
You kind of have to.
Okay, I'll try my best.
If you had 2 wind shears,
Yeah.
or actually just one wind
One
shear with a
shear.
wind advisory, would make him go in there. All right, I got a card. Oh,
I have a card.
we both have vaporize.
Perfect.
So I'll take that guy.
And I'll take that guy.
No, that's not the one I thought.
Well, it's not the one I thought either, because I thought this was me.
Ah. But that's you.
This is me. So, yeah. Okay.
All right. Movement 3. I'm gonna skip that merge. And then 2, and yeah. So I guess you can't stop me.
Oh, yeah.
So
you want?
So I will have won it by the end of this turn.
Darn. I had it planned.
Oh.
But I was waiting for something.
So yeah, I get 10 points, which brings me over the 30 limit. The 30-point limit. 32 points is what I've got. So technically, if both players end the round over 30 points, then you would you would see who has the most points, and that's the winner. But there's no way you can get 30 points from against me on this turn. So yes, I win the game.
Okay.
Fun?
Yeah.
It was a good game. Good job.
Well, I had a barometric void, but I was waiting to get him closer.
But you can't play it on mine. It only plays on yours.
It plays on mine. I didn't know that. So then my plan wouldn't have worked anyway.
Barometric void clears up yours, and then when when you do that, you get to draw one of these 5 unique cards, which we will experience in a future game.
I guess I should have played it just anyway then. But I was trying to use it because then I could get right there.
Yeah.
And could go bang bang, because if I had another, I was like, if I got like a thing that could shift, then I could go.
But if you clear if you were allowed to clear mine away, would I get the unique card for it?
Maybe it'd be worth a fair trade if I'm getting 10 points.
Right. Yeah. But then would it become subject to high pressure again? I guess it would, yeah, because it's a different part of the movement. That certainly would be an interesting, like, I have one more thing to watch out for. Because this whole time I was like, I'm not really worried about that because it'll just, go in there and be done. But if I was thinking she might have a barometric void.
Yeah, for some reason I thought I could do anything. Like I could do either one.
Yeah.
But I can see why I'm only in control of my own line.
Yeah.